The story is trending in the social media and in some newspapers about a lady identified simply as Tessy, because on her Facebook page, what she has for her name is it's Tessy. So Tessy is the only name we have up to the time I am making this video. Looking at her about info, I could see that she studied in some schools in Makurdi and at Benue State, and that she's living and working in Makurdi. Occasionally, as her visits indicate, she visited Abuja occasionally. This last time, June 16th, so this month, 16th of this month, June 2025, she was in Abuja and checked into an hotel in Gwarimpa area of Abuja with a man. She checked into the hotel with a man for some hours. According to what we read, the booking was for some hours. And when the hours lapsed, the room was ringed. The room was ringed to find out if they wanted to extend their stay in the room or they would check out. But when there was no response, the hotel manager was called, and on getting to the room, the man was nowhere to be found. She must have walked out of the hotel innocently without any sign of having committed any crime. So she walked out. While the identities of both the man and the woman were not recorded by the hotel, I don't know. But, it's understood that a man and a woman checked into a room to spend some hours together. So we lived the privacies out of it. Maybe the hotel's policy is not to insist on the identities of those who check into their rooms for some hours. At any rate, when they got to the room, the man was nowhere to be found. The lady was only partially naked. The only thing naked about her was her under trouser, a transparent under trouser. She was found not lying on the bed, but facing the bed, face down. She was face down. Her legs were on the floor. So it's like falling with abdomen face down on the bed with her legs on the floor. but her hands were tied behind her back. So she was treated by my study of the situation like a criminal. And because her clothes, including her bra, were on, and an under trouser was also on, though fairly transparent. So she was not naked, she was not sleeping on the bed, but only put with her two legs on the ground, her abdomen and face, and her face turned down, facing the bed. So that was her picture. Now, so it will mean that those who see her photos on her Facebook page with particular reference to Makurdi will recognize her. She must have studied with some people in her school, and those working with whom she was working will have recognized her. Now, the man is vagus, nowhere to be found, an Arab of no fixed address. That is by the way. God willing, the man may still be apprehended. Nothing is impossible for God, helping the police and their secret agencies deploying their methods of tracing such criminals. But my concern is that Tessy, probably Teresa, was not lured into that hotel for sex, but to be killed, because there's no sign that any sexual activity took place. I think she was lured into that hotel to be killed. Because if there was sexual intercourse, the scenario should be different. And my suspicion then is that she must have offended the killer. What did she do to him? And then she played on her, I'm speaking psychologically now. Then she played, he played on her intelligence to lure her into that cell to be killed. Yeah, because when you tie, her hands were tied behind her back, just as police treat a criminal. And so I take it that the message of the killer was that she was a criminal. More so, no sign that sex took place. I don't think that was the purpose. And we have not been told, we could not see any part of her body mutilated. So if she was not mutilated, no sign that she was sexed, but her hands tied behind her back and facing down. The man came with a clear-cut strategy of how to kill her, what to do to her on getting to the secrecy of the hotel room. It's a very sad situation. What did Tessy do to the killer or whoever is responsible for her being killed? What did she do to her? Well, I'm just imagining this because if it is for ritual purpose, then she will have been mutilated. There's no sign that she was mutilated. Nobody is talking of any part of her body being cut or anything of that nature. So, was she given was poison forced down her throat, or how was she killed? Maybe autopsy will reveal all of that. But I am concerned that she was treated like a criminal. And the message seems to be that she committed a crime or an offense against the man. Sometimes a sexual partner is killed because of a secret he or she knows, or a crime. I can't just imagine it. But the point is, the scenario set me thinking and wondering. And I'm just thinking aloud. Well, if by the grace of God, the man is apprehended, he will have more to say, to throw more light on that manner of killing a woman. Her body apparently intact. Her dresses, including her bra, her underwear, intact. Her sweatshirt, intact. So, the purpose was not sex. This purpose was to kill her, playing on her intelligence and tricking her to that hotel. God Almighty, have mercy on all of us, and keep us away from people who does not forgive. Of course, it's a criminal to kill a criminal without due process. No doubt about that. But it has happened, set us thinking, set up wondering. So I've only shared my own rumination on the incidents. May God have mercy on Tessy and the rest of us. As for the killer, I leave that to the court of God. But God continue to protect us in mind and spirit and body.